What a special privilege it is to be here with you all today on behalf of Supervisor Antonovich. I know that as a military man himself, he would have been very excited to be here. There's a high sense of patriotism here in the Santa Clarita Valley. We've seen our community gather closely around the families of those who have fallen, which is truly one of the truest acts of community we can point to here in the Santa Clarita Valley. On behalf of the supervisor, I would like to recognize and thank Congressman McKeon for his tireless efforts on behalf of the troops and the military, which is extended long before his chair as House Armed Services Committee. We're actually very blessed here in this valley to have such a tireless supporter of our troops. Our servicemen and women have played an immeasurable role in the preservation of liberty and the development of our national character. And for those of us who have not seen the horrors of combat, we continue to struggle to find ways to adequately express our appreciation to their service. Each and every one of our sons and daughters who fight for this country are heroes. On behalf of Supervisor Antonovich, it is truly a privilege to be here to honor both of you. And I have certificates of appreciation for your service, and congratulations for receiving this prestigious award today.
I'm here on behalf of the city of Santa Clarita, and I will tell you what a privilege it is to be here along with so many friends and good folks recognizing the importance of what this means. You know, we reflect back, ladies and gentlemen, this is a long time coming, about 45 years, to get these men properly recognized for their service to their country. And I think we're all familiar with the unbelievable day of June 19th, 1967. It's miraculous that we have these two gentlemen even with us today. So many did not make it. But having said that, we are coming together. We are acknowledging them. And like I say, it's a privilege to be here. I want to specifically thank our congressman for assisting in the coordination to make this possible. Without you, sir, it wouldn't have happened. And it's true. You know, I have the privilege of giving certificates out on a fairly regular basis. But I tell you, I can't think of an occasion I feel better and more honored to be presenting a couple of certificates on behalf of not just the citizens of the city, but the entire county, state, and across this country to two gentlemen that are so very, very well deserving. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to be here this morning to honor these two gentlemen so many years later. And thank you to JD and Congressman McKeon for making this special day happen, and for all of you for showing up, and for everyone out there who has been in service to our country. So with great pride from Assemblymember Cameron Smythe, I offer you these certificates and honor your meritorious service to the United States of America. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Stan.
Why we're here this morning, like you all know, it's been a long journey. It's been 45 years since these awards were earned, and about a year's worth of back and forth with the Department of the Army and the National Personnel Records Center in order to get these awards brought forth. Here to present the Bronze Star to Bill Reynolds and Stanley Cockerell is a man more dedicated to our national defense than any other man I know. He served Santa Clarita on the school board. He was our first mayor, and he's served us in Congress since 1992. He's a man that I'm honored to serve on his staff. Currently the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, Congressman McKeon.
Thank you, JD, and thanks for all the work that you have done for the veterans and for the members of the armed services. He's been working so hard for the military, for the veterans, and for about a year to help get this award that's 45 years late. And do a fantastic job, JD, a great member of the team. You know, this is a real honor and a privilege to be here. Would have been nice if we could have done this about 45 years ago, but sometimes, I don't drink, but I hear that wine gets better with age. Maybe now you have members of your family here to see it that wouldn't have been here 45 years ago, so hopefully maybe it's a little sweeter. It's too bad that it was so late. But you know, the Vietnam veterans weren't treated the way they should have. People could not separate in those days the military from the war. They couldn't understand that when you put on the uniform, you salute and you go to battle, whatever the commander-in-chief asks you to do. And they did it. And Bill was telling me that one night in one of the attacks that they survived, 47 did not live through that night of our people. And I'm sure that you guys have memories of them and never do forget. For nearly 237 years now, our people have fought around the world to preserve our freedoms and the freedoms of others. Today we're honoring 2 Vietnam vets who went above and beyond the call of duty in the face of the enemy during fierce fighting in the battles of Vietnam. These men stood out above their peers, were recommended for the Bronze Star for their actions. The Bronze Star is awarded to service members who have distinguished themselves apart from their colleagues by brave and praiseworthy achievement or service. The act justifying award of the medal must be performed while fighting an enemy of the United States or while involved in conflict with an opposing foreign force. From January 1967 to January 1968, Bill Reynolds and Stanley Cockerell served with great distinction, displaying exceptional performance of their duties during battles in the Vietnam War. In the midst of the unit returning home and separating from service, there was no follow-through on the wards that had been recommended. They weren't processed. Nearly 45 years later, Bill Reynolds and Stan Cockerell contacted my office to research those awards. We've been hard at work. JD, others. I know our mayor, you're not mayor right now, right? I just always think of you as mayor. Have worked hard on making this happen, and thank you. Thank you, all of you who worked to help make this happen. Anyway, the Army, the National Personnel Records, we got through the bureaucracy in several months. In April, we were very excited to learn that both recommendations had been approved. We're still working on an air medal that you should have. And at this time, I'd like to ask Captain Worsler to come forth to read the citations.
Attention orders. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 24 August 1962, has awarded the Bronze Star Medal to Sergeant William L. Reynolds, 9th Infantry Division, for meritorious service from 6 January 1967 to 6 January 1968, while serving as a radio operator and squad leader in Company C, 4th Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, 9th Infantry Division, while in the Republic of Vietnam. Sergeant Reynolds consistently displayed exceptional performance with rapid assessments and solutions against determined hostile fighters. His dedication to duty, leadership abilities, and care for soldiers enabled his unit to achieve and maintain a high level of mission success. Sergeant Reynolds' actions are in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, the 9th Infantry Division, and the United States Army. Given under my hand in the city of Washington, this 8th day of March, signed Secretary of the Army, John M. McKeon. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 24 August 1962, has awarded the Bronze Star Medal to Specialist Stanley W. Cockerell, 9th Infantry Division, for meritorious service from 6 January 1967 to 8 January 1968, while serving as a member of Company C, 4th Battalion, 47th Infantry Regiment, 9th Infantry Division, while in the Republic of Vietnam. Specialist Cockerell served with great distinction during combat operations while conducting intelligence gathering patrols. His leadership, dedication to duty, and tactical expertise helped the unit to achieve and maintain a high level of mission success. Specialist Cockerell's actions are in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, 9th Infantry Division, and the United States Army. Given under my hand in the city of Washington, this 8th day of March, 2012. Signed, John W. McHugh, Secretary of the Army.
I'd like to open up to Bill or Stan if either of you have anything you'd like to say. No?
Greetings, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out. It's an amazing day for Stan and myself. I was beginning to think that this probably wouldn't happen. JD had to have one more form filled out again and again, but it made it through. And I would like to say, though, that that this really came about. Gosh, little did we know that Lieutenant Jack Benedict had even put us in for the Bronze Star. He left our unit after we were in country 9 months, and there were 12 of us left in our original unit of 35, and he put us all in for the Bronze Star. When we finally met up with Lieutenant Jack in year 2000 in Washington, D.C. at an Army-Navy reunion, first thing he asked was, "Did you guys get the Bronze Star?" And we said, "Well, heck no." Had no knowledge of it. And he said, "Well, that pisses me off," and just like Jack. And so the years rocked on by, and nobody really made a move about it. And you know, we didn't worry about it. We made it home alive, and that was the most important thing. And we always remember the guys that we lost, and we lost a lot of them. Well, early last year, one of the 12 of our old platoon started asking about the Air Medal. Hey, we should have got the Air Medal. And he was asking about it because he decided to put together his shadow box of all of his medals and patches. And so we asked Lieutenant Jack about it, and he says, well, he says, I got the Air Medal, and Herb Lynn, who was our company commander, got the Air Medal, and so did our platoon sergeant. So all the leaders got the Air Medal. And he says, and you know what? He says, it's time that we take care of this. So that's when he decided to write a letter to the congressman for each of us guys. And as it turns out, 2 of his 12 guys are in Congressman Buck McKeon's district, and lo and behold, through the congressman and JD, we're the first of the 12 to have the medal approved. And I can't tell you how grateful we are for that. We are still hopeful that the Air Medal will come through, because there's a whole bunch of other guys right in this area who served in our unit, who were drafted on or about May 17th, 1966. We all ended up in the same battalion. And there's guys from Simi Valley to the San Fernando Valley out here, and also down to up to Palmdale and Lancaster, who we all served together, and we all see each other all the time. And the camaraderie we had then still exists today. And so we're hopeful on the Air Medal, because there's a bunch of other guys who deserve it. We did go out on a heck of a lot of helicopter missions, and that's the basis for receiving the Air Medal. I want to also say that I so appreciate Mayor Bob Keller for handling the acknowledgement of this award on Memorial Day. It was a great day, and And now this is a great day, actually receiving the awards here from our congressman. So with that, I guess I could go on for a long time, but then you guys are getting hot, so I'll let it go. Stan, would you like to say something? All right. Stan won't speak at any of our reunions either. All right, JD. Thanks, Bill. I just have to say one more thing, JD. You're an awesome dude. Thank you so much. I mean, I know that the Department of the Army had you and then us and Jack jumping through hoops, but we made it. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the award ceremony this morning. Thank you for coming out. I'm sure you were as honored as I was. This is the first Bronze Star presentation I've seen, and I'm honored to be here with Bill and Stan. Thank you for coming, and have a great week.
Receiving this medal, even 45 years later, I think is sweeter than it could have possibly been back then. Having this approved and issued to us, to Stan and myself, in front of our family members, it's like a dream come true. It's a remarkable thing to have happened after, so many years have gone by. It's also very humbling. We lost a lot of troops, and receiving this reminds me of them. I mean, when you have men killed and shot up right next to you, you never forget that, and we'll never forget our fallen soldiers. And this day allows us to remember that more vividly, I think. So it's a great feeling.